as we go through. But welcome everyone to this fantastic independent travel advisor training. Thank you everybody for signing up and registering. We had over about 45 people register for today's event. Some people have sent some apologies, but again, this is being recorded. So if you do ever want to go back and watch the replay, it's going to be posted on the site next week. It'll also be up on YouTube as well. But what we're going to do is we're going to jump in. We're talking about lead magnets today. And like I said, guys, feel free to jump in, show emojis, unmute, turn your cameras on. It's entirely up to you. Like I said, these sessions are built for you and around you and all independent travel advisors all over the world. Yes, good to see you, Candita. I'm going to keep the chat going. So if anybody's got any questions or anything like that in the chat, please drop it in there. I'll answer the questions as we go through. There's a lot of stuff that I'm going to drop into the chat as we go through today, and a lot of things that we're going to cover off. So we've got about 45 minutes to get through this. And like I said, please feel free to ask questions as we go. And if you've got anything that you want to find out, then I will answer them to the best of my ability. So today, we're going to be jumping into lead magnets. One of the things that I don't do, and for those first timers on these sessions, I don't do PowerPoints. Everything that I do is live because it's built for you. We're going to go through things. We're actually going to have a live demo today about building lead magnets, how you can build them very quickly, and how you can use them in your travel business. One of the things that I will say to everybody, and those of you that I'm sure you're aware as an independent travel advisor, up to 65% of travel advisors close their doors within the first 2 years because they don't know how to get clients, win clients, or build their business. These are the types of things that will help you grow your business and ultimately help you build your client base. Lead magnets are a thing. Show of hands very quickly, yes or no's in the chat. How many of you currently use lead magnets in your travel business right now? Okay. Good. Some no's, some yeses, not yet. All right. So we're going to go through some fundamentals and really kind of go into detail around it. You have no idea how to. Well, hopefully this will cover everything off for you, okay? So we can kind of break everything down, especially some of the taboos about what are lead magnets and are they beneficial. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a live demo of how you can build a lead magnet like that, how you can start using it, how you can start emailing your customers, and how you can start gaining traction through with those customers or prospects right from day one, where you post it, how you get them engaged, and how you get them hooked. There are so many different types. There are 5 real key categories that I really use, especially in the travel industry, and I'll give you that list as well, okay? A lot of things are going to be dropped in the chat, so please keep it open. And like I said, ask any questions as we go along. Today is more of an overview. For those of you, I know there's some members in here from our coaching agents through Travel Community, which is our travel agent community. I haven't had enough coffee today. Designed to help travel agents grow. And there's a lot of things in the back end there that I know that you guys are already using. So, all right, very quickly, what is a lead magnet? Why it works? So ultimately, a lead magnet is a high value freebie that your clients or your ideal clients can get from you in exchange for their email information, for their first name, their last name. How many of you have got an email list, yes or no, built for your business? How many of you are building one? Ish. Love that, Candita. All right. Well, if you've got one, great. If you don't, well, then we'll talk about that today. One of the things I will say now while we talk about email lists is just please don't have it in Excel. You need to be having it in some kind of CRM if you don't already have one. For those of you that don't have one, there are a couple of free ones out there like HubSpot that you can go and sign up. And I'm going to be showing you how to use some of those based forms in HubSpot and how you can build a lead list. There are CRMs out there that I'm sure some of you that I know work for host agencies can use CRMs. And also there are some that you can pay for, like Planet Easy and things like that. We use Planet Easy because you can capture information and you can store it in there and it doesn't break the bank. Planet Easy is great like that. More people jumping in now. Candita, got it, but no one's signing up for my lead magnet. All right, fine. So let's talk about how we can post that and how we can do it. So why do lead magnets work? Ultimately, people don't want a newsletter. How many of you send out newsletters? Yes, no, maybe. Okay. Doug, quick question. Are people reading your newsletter? Are you getting bookings from your newsletter? Because for me, newsletters just don't work. They want quick, helpful wins. That's what customers want. That's what clients want. It's what prospects want. So examples of what works in travel, things like checklists, one thing that we're going to look at today, okay? So packing guides, planning guides, what not to forget. Mini guides, things like top five all-inclusive resorts on this, that, and the other. Cruise prep 101, river cruise prep, things like that. All of these different types of lead magnets, I'm going to give you the five key types in a minute, will help you grow your travel business. Interactive tools, quizzes, downloadables. These are the things that really make it count within lead magnets. And what I'm going to do now in the chat is I'm going to drop in there the top five that I believe are key lead magnets to growing travel business. This is where we've seen success from the ITAs that we're currently coaching and for the clients that my wife has as part of her travel agency. These are the five that really work, and these are the five that really capture people's attention. So you can build these out. How many of you use AI when building lead magnets or content or materials and things like that? The reason being is because AI is key right now. It's really great, and I'm going to show you how you can use AI to really drive that forward. And Jenna, I know, who's just turned the camera back on, is the AI expert, by the way. She's an AI guru if you get to know Jenna. So if you haven't already had a virtual coffee or a meeting with Jenna, put something on the books with her because she's very impressive with AI. All right, so top five lead magnets are in the list. So right now, guys, open question. Feel free to unmute your mic. Feel free to talk to me. I don't want to be the only person talking today. Right now, I want to ask you, those of you that are using lead magnets, tell me what type of lead magnets are you using in your travel business or any business to that matter? Anyone?
I'll jump in just so I can say hi to everyone too. It's not for a travel business. I actually own a virtual assistant company. One of the really, main things that people say to me when starting their business is, I don't even know what to use a VA for. So one of my lead magnets that I have up on my website is 50 common tasks that you can delegate to a VA. Another one that I have on there is like your freedom formula, 30 days to a freedom-based business. So the lead magnets are all about throwing out there what people want to accomplish. They want their time back. They want their money back. They want life to be easy. Just like Oliver said, checklists, right? Like, what do I need in order to go? So those are some of the lead magnets that I personally have on my website.
Thanks, Jenna. All right, guys, to make it easier, if nobody wants to talk today, I'm going to ask you another question. Do me a favor. In the chat right now, two to three things that are in your niche right now in your travel business. What is your niche? What do you do? What do you sell? Drop it in the chat. Let's have a look. Let's make this about you. Okay, accessible travel. Love that. Luxury cruises, animal welfare. Okay, cruises. Again, land tours, solo travel. What Kirsten said, love that. Disney and cruises. Oh, personalized travel A to Z. I love that. High touch, luxury travel, land, river, ocean, Disney. Wow, TJ, big list there, but always good to see you in these sessions. Bespoke immersive cultural travel, country national park. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right, we're seeing a list there, which is great. Autism and accessible cruises. That's a really great niche. The real thing, the reason why I'm asking about what your niche is because don't just put a lead magnet out there about anything, okay? Your lead magnets have to be based around your niche. They have to be put out there to what you focus on and what clients you expect to get. There are so many travel advisors out there in the market saturating Facebook, Instagram, and all different types of social media with, for example, tomorrow they're going to put a lead magnet out about Disney. The next day they're going to put a lead magnet out about going to London, right? This is the thing. When you start doing that, you start to really dilute the pool of candidates that you're trying to attract with your business. So when you're posting on socials, until you've got something down, until you've got something that works, you should really try and focus on one key area. So to that end, I'm going to take one of these niches, and what we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to build out a very quick lead magnet, especially something using AI that you guys can use pretty much very quickly and very easily to then start posting on socials, Facebook, in your links, in your bios, on your websites as downloadables to start capturing information and building out your lead list. Okay, so more people coming in. So with that being said, I am going to share my screen with you guys. Yes or no? Can you all see my screen? All right, cool. Seeing some thumbs up. Thank you. Let me just keep the chat open in a separate box because otherwise that will disappear. All right, okay. ChatGPT. A lot of people use it, a lot of people don't. My advice is use it, but never take it for gospel. If you're going to use AI, make sure you rewrite it, you put it in your own words, however it is, but make sure you're using AI as the baseline and then adding your personal touch at the back end. So I made some prompts a little bit earlier on. Okay, hands up again. Who uses Canva? Good, because today we're using Canva. Okay, so prime example, a prompt that I wrote a little bit earlier was I need a Canva AI prompt, not an outline, that I can use in document format to create a first time cruises checklist. All right, this is for everything from packing, travel to cruise, either by car, bus, train, and everything they need in between. Basic, simple prompt. This is not going to give you what you need. This is just going to give you an outline. So you run that prompt straight away in ChatGPT. You run that through, and it's going to give you an output that's very basic. It'll give you a clean prompt that you can use, but it's not going to go into detail or anything like that. It's just very simple, and it goes through. It shows you your packings, your toiletries, everything that anybody would expect. One of the things that I will always do after I've done a prompt like that is then I'll usually do a follow-up. Now, the follow-up prompt that I add is to this effect. I need this prompt to be more detailed in checklist format. Um, think of things I might have forgotten, and please add a call to action to encourage people to book with me. Why do we need a call to action, especially when we're building something like this out? Any suggestions from anyone? Why are CTAs important? Anyone? Yep, to tell them what to do. All right. Petal, I'm just muting you. I had some singing in the background. All right. So we run a bit more of an advanced prompt in here. It's now going to go into a little bit more detail because what I'm going to do is I'm now going to take this prompt and plug it into Canva. And if you're not paying for Canva, I recommend paying for Canva because it is worth its weight in gold, especially with the big changes that they've got coming up and what they're actually adding. So now it's going into a little bit more detail with this prompt. It's giving me more information, documentation, forms. It's going into must-haves. It's really drilling down in the detail now behind this prompt. Now, I'm not going to copy and paste this from ChatGPT. I'm now going to put this into Canva's prompts. So I can now take all of that. I can copy that and I can go into Canva and I can open a document. Now, if you don't use documents in Canva, it's a game changer because in here you've got Magic Write and it does everything for you and builds everything out the way that you need it. Oh, more people coming in. So once you've opened a document, hit Magic Write. And then at this point, you've copied your prompt from ChatGPT into Canva. Hit Generate and away you go. It's that simple. And as you can see, it's now building it out in checklist format. It's putting everything in and everything that you need to start having this lead magnet built out for your clients. Now, obviously, we're not finished. We're still going through everything. And then you can take that and you can insert that directly into a document in Canva. That's it. Simple. All your sections highlighted, all of the information that you need, everything that your clients will want to know. Now, of course, the good thing about this is you can edit it and you can tweak it. Now, like I said, I'm just doing this from scratch from GPT. I'm not cleaning it up. It is important to then go and clean this up to look at what you need afterwards. But as you can see, we now have a very detailed checklist for somebody. And of course, ready to cruise, let me help you book, and a CTA at the end with email, phone number, website, and Instagram handle. My biggest advice, switch out website and Instagram handle. If you don't already have one, get one. Go and get a free Calendly link and drop that in the end. The reason why I say that is because then they can physically book an appointment with you as an ITA. They're going to have this document, they're going to keep it, they're going to keep seeing your name, put your branding all over this, but change it for a calendar link. Now, once you've got this, the big question is, what do you do with it? Simple thing is, you create a new document that you want to build out, something that looks jazzy, that looks nice. And again, I'm going to do this clean and dirty, but essentially, if I open another Canva page, you guys are still seeing my screen, right? All right, good stuff. So I'm going to come in here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to look in here for like a travel guide. Okay. So I'm going to look for a travel guide in their templates or anything that they've got that we can use. Now, there are so many in here, so many that you can do, but my biggest advice is click on create. And then once you create, you really want to do something either like a poster or a flyer or something like that because the designs are better. Click on poster, go into it, and when it loads, you now have a lot more designs that you can use specifically for travel. So you can put in here travel document, travel guide, and you can now start to get templates. So many different areas, so many different documents here that you can copy in. I'm going to take one, for example, right now, and I'm going to copy this one right here. Now, the good thing about this is at the bottom, you'll also see phone number, address, website. Again, drop in your calendar link. You can hyperlink this and you can start to use these templates to put your information in. I've got more people coming in as we go. So you can change the title on this to your travel guide. You can add links in there. You can add your branding. You can change all this information to the point if you wanted to make it even more jazzier, you can just click on something else that you like and you could change it to this. Whatever you want to do in Canva, that's the beauty part. And again, if you're not paying for it, I recommend getting it. The simple thing easy off the back end of this is to now take what you've done and copy it in. So I'm just going to take out this, for example. I'm going to take out that. I don't need any of that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of this. I'm going to copy everything down, including that information. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste it literally in here. Now, again, you can resize it. You can change the way that it looks. You can open up a text box. For some reason, that's all gone in there. So let me just change that. Let me just take another text box, for example, here. Copy that in here and resize it. You can take that out, come back to this page. You can copy your checklist in. Why have you deleted that? And we bring this information over. Now, you can resize, you can change the way that it looks, you can move it across. Now, I'm not going to go into detail here, but now what you can do is you can start to put this across multiple pages. You can break it down, you can make it look fancy, however you want to make it to look. You can break it down by page or anything along those lines. Again, duplicate it. But the beauty thing is with all of this, you keep your templates, you keep your logos, you keep your branding, you keep your website. Does that make sense to everybody? A couple of questions in here. How important are the oh, hold on, questions coming in. How important are the aesthetics of the document in terms of effectiveness? Jace, honestly, you got to make it look good, right? It's it's by no means do you just kind of want to put a blank document out there. For example, let me show you now. So one of the things that we have in our community, for example, is we provide a lot of guides to our travel agents. Now, what we do, and I'll give you an example right now, is in our community, if I show you one of the things that we do. So if I go to one of our cruise templates, for example, our cruise master folder here, and we jump in, I don't know, we pick something like Caribbean. We bit out port guides and everything else for every country, every island, every location. When you go into something like this, what you tend to do is you start to see locations, you get information, you've got port guides, information that our travel agents can then ultimately edit and change and put whatever they want in there. All of this is down to your branding. My advice to you with anything that you put into your checklist, it's about your branding. So the color of the background is your company, is your organization. Your logos are in there. You can put a beautiful picture of your face in there if you want to, right? Lead magnets are all about you and how you grow. So that's the biggest important part about building out that aesthetic. Yep, Jenna, I agree. Don't judge a book by its cover. But yeah, it does matter, and it is really important. Um, I get a bit anal about stuff like this because I'm also a graphic designer by trade. Jace, do you want to come and
Oh
do some
no.
graphic design for us?
For the
Go on,
record,
Jenna.
I said, the whole don't judge a book by its cover. Forget that. Judge a book by its cover. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like you have to.
Yep. And this is it, right? You got to remember when you're putting something out there, it's your brand. It's you. It's your business, it's your organization, right? And if you want your brand to stand out, you've got to scream about it from the hilltops. The one thing you've got to remember, right? It's all well and good having a good business. It's all well and good having something there. But if people don't know it exists, if people don't see it in front of their faces, they're not going to buy it from you. And that's it. You've really got to get out there. Okay. Candida. Yeah, brand kits. Guys, if you're not using a brand kit, I have that already in mind. It's one of the most important things to have, especially in Canva. You can actually just load your brand kits in depending on your businesses, and it does all your fonts, your colors, your branding, everything. So it's really important to have that brand kit put in there. So jumping back into this and just quickly looking at it, there are so many things that you can do in Canva. There are so many things that you can do to take this out that you need to be able to be doing it at a good level. Now, like I said, we're not focusing on this. This is just how you can build one very quickly in 10 minutes. I've already given you a list of the different types of lead magnets that you can use. The other thing that's really important is then how you attract people to it, how you then build out your list. Now, you can post pictures of this, change the name of it to first time packing guide or this destination, that destination. And my advice is take images of it, take screenshots of that guide, the title page. The reason being is one, you don't want to give away the value of what I'm highlighting now on your social media because they're just going to take that, they're going to print it, they're going to run with it, right? The most important part is showing them what they can have, who you are. Again, putting your brand, putting your phone number, putting your email in all of this. And then it's about putting it in a place that matters. Now, for me, that is in automation. Now, I'm not going to go through automation today because that's something we keep behind our closed doors in our community. But what I am going to show you is if you're not using HubSpot, how you can take this and you can link it in. HubSpot is a free CRM if you don't already have one. The simplest thing is once you've created a HubSpot account is you can go to the form section and you can come in here and you can create a form. Now, this will create a link in turn that you can plaster all over your socials with the picture to that guide. So you can come into your form editor. I'm going to keep it very simple. You can create a form. My advice is usually start with something like a newsletter. And the reason why, even though we're not using newsletters, and I said about not using this earlier on, is it's about the template. When you are building out a list, the three things that you need to have on your form: first name, last name, email. Phone number can be a bit too much, but when you start to record data, it comes in handy. But for me, it's about first name, last name, and email. And then once you've done that, we can now start to then obviously pick where we want to go and start to design this form out. So to that end, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to create something now very, very quickly. We've got our newsletter here. What I want to do is I want to add, for example, an image. And this is where you can add your branding, for example. So I could upload an image. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Now, again, I'm putting my branding in there. You can change, sign up for our newsletter, information, whatever you want it to look like. I'm not going to make it all fancy now. And then obviously you have your subscribing section. My advice here is obviously you have thanks for subscribing. If you want thanks for subscribing, you can then put in there, for example, a calendar link, or what you can do in HubSpot is you can actually redirect somebody. So you could actually redirect them to your calendar booking page. So when they click submit on your form, it will then take them through to a booking page. Thanks for subscribing. Here's my calendar link. Book a meeting with me. Everything needs to be calls to action. Everything needs to be getting these people to talk to you. That's what lead magnets are. So again, I've put something in play here. This is what I'm going to do. It's going to be a new newsletter. I'm not going to keep that. I'm going to review and I'm going to update it. And now what happens once I've updated it and it's put in, I then get a link and how I view the form. So the form actually comes out. It's going to look very basic. That's what it is. But what I've now done is I've created a form in HubSpot that will now capture name, first name, last name, and email. When somebody fills this form out, the magic happens and this client, this prospect will go into your leads list in your CRM. You've now got them. You've got the ability to nurture these people. You've got the ability to then communicate with these people because you now have their contact information. And they also end up on your subscriber lists. Adam, I don't offer individualized sessions on this stuff. We have a community for it. If you want to know more about the community, I'll talk about that at the end so you guys can find out exactly what we do and how we run that. But this is the form that we create. This is how we do it. We then take that form and that link right there at the top is what you're then going to plaster on your socials. Now, when you plaster that on your socials, a lot of people will always say link in bio. Give me a yes or a no. How many of you on social media have put your link in bio and told people, check my link in bio, check this, check that? Guys, bio link's dead. I'll be honest with you. Nobody goes to those bio links anymore, right? I have one, but nobody got my conversion on bio links suck. Everything now is about messaging. It's about networking and it's about interacting. So, for example, when people like my social media posts, I send them a message because I can now go to those profiles. You can track everything, especially on Twitter, or X, I still call it Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, you name it, right? Anybody who likes or comments on a post. Prime example, 95% of you guys on this session today have all come through from direct messaging, my sequencing, my lead lists that I have on LinkedIn, my connections that I have on LinkedIn. This is the sales funnel that I teach. This is the sales funnel that we run through. Everything that I've done to get you here, this is what we teach to ITAs to get people in front of you. All right. So again, it's about having the links. It's about having the sign up forms. You all responded to my message saying, hey, I'm hosting a free webinar. Come along, give me a thumbs up. Here's the link. Here's a DM. It's all about the personal touch. People are just scrolling through Instagram. How many of you physically go on and look at somebody's bio, go and fill out a link, go and do this, go and do that, and then it turns into elite? It doesn't. Nowadays, should I say, sales is personalized. It's about having this connection. It's about speaking to you directly. And that's what this is. My wife and I, Alex, she's not on today. She's unfortunately not available. She's on another meeting. But she's an ITA. She started her business 18 months ago and is already a six-figure agent. She's built that through networking. She's built that through personal conversations, doing what we're doing here today. And that is the importance of having this. It's about capturing data. So the link is there. I'm not going to go through details today about automations, but what I will say is that you can now plug this into your CRM. You can post it on your post. You can talk about it on LinkedIn. How many of you are posting on LinkedIn? Show of hands, please. Give me an emoji on there. LinkedIn right now is an untapped resource. It is a gold mine. And if you're not using LinkedIn to win business, you are missing out. 80 to 85% of my clients have all been won through LinkedIn. Everything else is then follow up, introductions, referrals, and everything else like that. LinkedIn is a gold mine. I post on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm too old for the rest. Um, but what I try and say to you guys is LinkedIn is where it is at. And if you're not doing it, it's about refining that. Again, another thing that is crucial in this. Candida, there's a lot of videos in the community. I know you're already in there, especially on LinkedIn, especially around profile optimization and everything else. So you can go through that. Anyway, look, guys, we've got 15 minutes left. I want to go through this. So once we start to capture information, if you have a free CRM like HubSpot or Planet Easy or anything like that, you can then now start to build an automation and email sequence. And that's something I'm going to go through with you right now. I've actually built out a document. And again, it's AI generated. I gave it a little bit of a tweak, but you guys should be able to see it on the screen now, right here. When you get somebody registering using your web form, I've built this. Again, this is pretty much 80% of what I send out, personalized emails, right? You can build an automation. So let's say Jace right now signs up using my web form because he's seen me plaster my free packing guide somewhere on social media, on the internet. I've sent it out, whatever it might be. He's signed up. He is going to automatically get an email that basically says, hi. Now, this first name is a variable. When you use email automation systems, it will then basically detect Jace's first name from the data capture form. So I haven't got to fill that in. It's all automated. This happens in my sleep. I don't even have to think about it. So it'll say hi first name, which will fill it into Jace, and it will say thanks for grabbing obviously the guide because I've pre-populated that. Here it is for download. Now the reason why I want it in download is the document that I've built, and jumping back to this Canva document right here. And again, this is why paid Canva pays off. If I was to share this document, I can come through and I can actually save it as what we call a template link. It's a premium feature on Canva. And what a template link does, it allows me to send this document to somebody directly. They can pull it through from Canva. I'm sure those of you have seen these types of documents in the past where you can download it, edit it, change it. You can download this and put this into your Canva. That link is the link that I send out in this email right here. So they can pull it straight through from Canva and they can now start looking at it. Then I've gone through a little bit of information. I talk about some of the wins that my clients have had previously using this or what they've got out of it. If you need any help, let me know. And of course, I'll put in a name, a link. And because they've given you your email address, you're free to email these people. And again, put your calendar link on these emails. Then usually what I'll do about 2 to 3 days later, I will build a follow-up. Guys, don't try and write this down or copy it. I'm gonna put this in the chat so you have it, right? So I'm gonna give it to you. Then I have an email that goes out 2 days later, and if I don't get a response, I have an automated email that goes out 3 to 5 days later. Now, again, this is all automated. It's happening in my sleep, and I'm hopefully trying to get a booking or a meeting out of the back end of it. This is how you drive traffic. It's about staying top of mind. This is instead of sending out newsletters. It's instead of just doing standard outreach or sending offers to people because people aren't looking for that. They are looking for something that is going to get in front of them and encourage them to book with you. A couple of questions. Do your clients have to have Canva to open it? They do have to have Canva, but it works in the free version. You only have to have the paid version to send out the template links, but they can load that into the free version. Okay. Joey, that's all right. Don't worry about dropping off early. It's fine. Can this strategy also be used on Instagram DMs? Absolutely. It can be used on Instagram DMs. For those of you that are doing Instagram DMs already, we have ManyChat out there. That's an automation version of email, but it's done through, you can do Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and something else on there. Paid service, I think it's about 15 US a month. But ManyChat works, and that's automation, and you can do that off the back of likes and comments. So if somebody likes your post or comments on your post, you can then start to automate messages that go to them and send the same links out. And you can also do data capture. Very technical, not going to jump into that now, but you can even get them to reply with their email. That automates into your CRM and everything else in between. Downloadable Google document. Yes, it does work. Put it in there as a public document, give it a shareable link, but make sure it's behind the data capture wall. Make sure it's behind a first name, last name, and email wall. All right. Let me give you now in the chat the 3 email sequence that I use. And again, this is just a template you guys can use. Put it into ChatGPT, edit it, change it, put it in your own words. These things are vital when it comes to growing your business and getting in front of your clients, okay? Any questions so far? Hopefully this is all valuable to everybody. All right, good stuff. So these are the types of things that you can send out. Again, there's the email. You can drop that through and go through there. And as I said before, you can post these. You can post these links. Again, Instagram bio. Hardly anyone uses it. Facebook groups, guys. Go into Facebook groups. Now, I know you're not allowed to pitch. I know you're not allowed to get in there, but you can go into consumer-facing Facebook groups and start connecting with people. You can start pulling them out. Obviously, just don't go into somebody else's travel page or organization page and start poaching people. That's not what we do. We're not about that. It's about going into public open forums where people are asking questions about their next cruise. What do I need to take? What do I need to do? You can drop them a personal message and say, hey, Clarice, I saw this message in that group. I've got a guide if that's going to help. Ask them the question, get their interest, get their email, send them the link. These are the types of way you can do it. LinkedIn profile sections, you can put them in there. Again, LinkedIn, big peace of mind for me. I love LinkedIn. I'm on it every single day. Website pop-ups you can have, or on your banners, you can do a resources page. Our website for our coaching agents through travel is actually going live. We've been running the business in the back end for about 6 months now. But ultimately our website is finally going live in the next kind of 7 to 10 days. And we have a resources page on there. Some of the resources that you're seeing today are going to be on there, but guess what? They're going to be behind a locked wall. Name, first name, last name, email. So you can't access the resources. This recording is going to be on there. Again, you won't be able to access the recording unless you put your details through. It's about capturing information. 15-second reels, guys, Instagram and TikTok. These are real good things. Get on there, do a personal video. Go, hey, it's Oliver here from Oliver's Travel. Anybody wants a free guide on packing for their next cruise? Drop me an email. Here's my details. Here's a link. I'll send you a free guide. It's about getting this in front of people as and when you can. And the biggest thing for me is AI. I use AI in everything that I do every single day. ChatGPT, Canva, plus many other tools that are out there. And if you really want the list of AI tools, speak to Jenna because she is an AI guru. I think she has a tab on her Chrome browser that has every AI tool available to man and woman on a drop down list, which she sent me a screenshot of that I was going through for about an hour. But my advice is use AI. If you're not using it, there's free versions, ChatGPT, Canva, they're all free. But I recommend if you've got the money to do it, you've got the capital to do it, invest in something like that because it's really, really going to help. Right, that was a real quick overview of lead magnets, of how you can build something quickly in 10 minutes. You could now take this and you could go and create a post with it. I mean, we've been here for 38 minutes, right, guys? I've shown you how to build out one specific Canva magnet. You could spend probably another 30 minutes jazzing it up with your brand, with your information, and you can share it. A lot of people will sit on stuff like this, right? I speak to a lot of travel agents, and I'll be very honest with you. I speak to them the week after. It's like, oh, I haven't got around to doing it yet. How many of you procrastinate doing this kind of stuff? We all do, right? Time blocking, putting it in your calendar, going through this stuff, putting an hour to generate a lead magnet a day. And all of a sudden, if you do that Monday to Friday, you've got 5 lead magnets for your business that you can continue to use. Regurgitate those posts every 3 to 6 months. Nobody's going to remember. And if they have remembered, they've probably forgotten they had the link in the first place and they can download it again. Instagram Reels, for example, where would you put a link? Okay, biggest thing for me is if you're doing a reel on Instagram and you're doing that video of you telling everybody about that, what I would say is like the post, drop me a comment, and I'll DM you or something along those lines. When they do that and they comment, you can send them a message. They have to accept the message. More people coming in at the end. And they can accept that message. And then you can start a conversation. Say, well, I've got a guide. Give me your first name, last name, email, and I'll drop you an email. And all you need to do is you just need to put their first name, last name, and email if you've set up the automation. Again, Google it. We teach it, but you can Google it and you can watch videos. But ultimately, first name, last name, and email, you can put it in the form for them, and the automation sequence can kick in. You haven't even got to worry about going into your email platform, sending it all out. The email that all of you guys would have got from me earlier on today, I'll be honest with you, that was automated. I scheduled that last week as a reminder to go out today at 11 o'clock Eastern. Everything that I do is done way ahead of time. I never do anything in the moment. I never do anything in real time. Everything I do is built to schedule. Anxiety makes me freeze up and procrastinate. Kirsten, I will tell you, me and probably many other people in here, I don't know to what level, and I'm not saying we do the same thing, but I guarantee that happens to a lot of us. I had to write a proposal for a client yesterday. I didn't do it yesterday because I just got real nervous about doing it, and I did it this morning. I put it off. Now, the fact is, when yesterday came, I put it in my calendar to do it between 9 and 10 this morning. That's how I knew that I needed to get it done. These are the different things that you can do to start generating lead magnets. Right, guys, 2 to 3 minutes. Questions, unmute your mics, throw it at me, put it in the chat. Again, I know this was a quick 45-minute hot session, but put it in there. Let me know. If you got anything, I'll answer it. Yes, alarms for everything. Best way to go. All right, no questions. All right, guys, this video is going to be
I have
posted.
one.
Oh,
I
go
have
for it.
one.
Go for it. Hey, Mary.
Um, Hi, how are you? Nice
I'm
to meet
good.
you
You
face to
too.
face. So I have done lead magnets in the past, and my big problem is that they are there, the funnel is there, nobody is getting into those places. I have been almost mute for 10 years in social media, and I'm just starting. And I noticed you mentioning the Facebook groups, the LinkedIn, and the Instagram. In addition to that, do you have any other recommendations where to put that? Because it's a lot of content that we create and then it's mute.
Yeah. And this is it. This is the problem with social media, right? Social media is saturated with this kind of stuff. You go on social media now, especially you go on Instagram or TikTok or anything like that. All you're seeing is videos of over the water bungalows or cruises or people saying, look at this luxury travel, go here, go there. You're going to get lost in the noise, right? For me, this is why I don't do anything travel related. I post on it just for posting on it and just keeping the algorithm going. For me, everything I do is on LinkedIn because there is still a huge market to be had on that platform. If you are posting, you can repurpose that content. You can post it on all of those platforms. Get a social media scheduling tool. I think I use one. It's an AI software called Follower. It's like $10 a month, something like that. I got it from actually AppSumo. For those of you may be familiar with AppSumo, you can get lifetime deals on software. I paid $29 for lifetime access to it, so I'm not actually paying monthly for it. And if you go and search on there and put social media tool, I'm sure it'll spit one out, and you pay anywhere between 20 and $60 for this kind of tool. You can create one post and schedule it to all your platforms. That's how you can do it. That's where you can go for it. And that's it. Canita using Buffer. Even Meta, which is Facebook, Instagram, and Threads, they have a scheduling tool built into their business suite. LinkedIn, in there, you can schedule posts in their actual posting directly on their platform. It has like a little clock, and you can go and schedule a post for future dates, right? My advice is look at your posts, look at what's posting and look at what people are liking and are engaging with. Like it's taken me a while, but I took my LinkedIn follow. It took me about 4 years, but I took my LinkedIn following from like 300 people of people that I worked with to like 9,000 people now, close to. Now that's my following that I've built on LinkedIn through posting, connecting with people, and building genuine relationships with people and posting content that resonates. I'm not going onto LinkedIn and posting pictures of a tropical beach. Do you want to go here? I'm posting a picture of me on a tropical beach talking about something relevant. That's what my content really resonates around. Okay. And there's a lot of different things that we can go through of how you can make it better, how you can go through it. And again, this is the type of stuff that we teach in our community. And this is what really works and what resonates and where people start to see traction. Because it's a long process. It's not a silver bullet. It's not a quick win, right? So there's a lot of things to go through with that. But for me, just start and keep posting. One day it's going to click. One day something is going to work. Hopefully that kind of answers your question in a roundabout way. Okay, a couple of questions in the chat here. Adam, I see you have a disability. We're good. Obviously, you can use the chat, which is great. No problem on that end. What do you mean by use the profile section on LinkedIn? So, Alexander, when you're on LinkedIn, very quickly, right? Let me show you here quickly. So, if I share my screen with you and show you my LinkedIn. I love that my first post is Clarice on LinkedIn. So thanks, Clarice. You can come onto LinkedIn here, and then for me, it's about going to your profile section, and then coming in here. Like for example, I have a website link. If you use Premium on LinkedIn, you can put lead lists in there. You can put different things in here. You can put links in your contact info, so you can use it that way. So there's links all in here, and you can customize everything in here. So you can even put links in your featured section. Turn on your creator mode in LinkedIn. And right here, you can put a link. FYI, I run 3 businesses. I run an ITA training and coaching business. I also run sales and coaching for call centers and leaders. That's why that post is there. But you can use LinkedIn in that way for many, many, many different reasons. Coming back to the chat, hopefully that, Clarice, go for it.
LinkedIn one. So I just to show you how powerful the LinkedIn profile is, in like underneath where your profile picture is, where it says like your bio, I recently bought something from someone and it was in thousands of dollars because of that one headline bio. That was it. I saw him in the comments. I saw what it was. I said I was interested. I got on the call and said, you didn't even have to sell me. Your bio sold me. It was it. Like
Yep.
honestly.
Guys, I did a video, I did a live session. So in our coaching platform, we do live sessions like this every week on different topics. And I did one last week on LinkedIn optimization. Your banner, your headline underneath that profile that Clarice is talking about. Tell people what you do. Tell people who you are, because every time you post or you comment, people are going to see that banner. Kirsten, I post the same content on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, but customize the captions for each. Perfect. Love that. Jenna, is that an AI website that I'm seeing there?
Yes. So it's called there's an AI for that.com, and it is literally just it's like a dictionary, whatever you want to say, a encyclopedia. God, there's the word. It's an encyclopedia of AI tools. If you need something, literally search it. There's free tools, freemium, where you have like a, free trial and then it go to a premium, whatever it is. You can filter all that stuff. So whatever you need, check that website first. It's a really good one.
Thanks, Jenna. And guys, don't forget, save the chat. If you haven't already done it, hit the three dots at the top, save the chat because people have put links in there. I've put stuff in there. I've dropped the resources in there. It'll all download. It'll all save. So please save the chat. Thanks for that, Jenna. Jace, where do I sign up for CAT? I'm going to give you guys a quick demo if you want to see the platform and what it looks like. And I'll show you around the platform in just a second. For those of you that want to stay on and go through that. What about fear and annoying people? Petal, honestly, don't stress about annoying people. You can't please everybody. And guess what? If you annoy somebody, they're going to unsubscribe from your list, right? But I guarantee for those one person that unsubscribes, you're probably going to get 5 to 10 people that still stay on that list and still want information. And if you're still sending out valuable information, once a month, drop another lead magnet out. Once a month, not a newsletter, but drop another checklist out, drop a guide out, drop something that you've built in Canva. I have a executive assistant that is consistently and constantly building templates for me in Canva in the back end that I can send as resources to people that I keep on my mailing list. They stay there because they get value from me every single month and I stay top of mind. Well, yeah, there you go. Thanks, Jenna. That's what unsubscribe button's for. Absolutely. Got to run, Janet. No worries. Thank you. I got 215 words of notes in a doc plus downloaded the PDF. Good. Got Candida, the video's online, and also I know you're in the community, so it's going to be posted in the community as well. Alexander, what about interviewing somebody in the industry? Do you recommend that? If so, written transcripts, audio, video. 100%, right? That's brilliant because if you do that, it's content. Everything you do as an ITA is content. Now, if you want to interview somebody or whatever it is, right? Here's the best thing. Record the conversation. Take the transcript, put it into ChatGPT and say, write me a blog based on this conversation. Bang, content. There's a blog post. There's social media posts that then you can generate from that blog. The world is endless. And this, again, this is the type of stuff we talk about every week, right? How can you consistently build content that is relevant for people? For those of you that don't know, another tool, Answer the Public. If you guys aren't using Answer the Public, there is a free version. You can put in there questions that you think your clients may be asking. Find out what those questions are, create social media content around it. Again, things we teach. This is how you grow your business. This is what you do. Look, we're coming to the end now. I know some of you guys have got to drop off, and I know other of you do. I host these free webinars outside of the community once every 6 to 8 weeks. I've got your emails. You're all on the mailing list. I'll let you know. For those of you, any other questions before I kind of go into a demo about our platform? All right. Okay. Guys, first of all, for those of you that do have to drop, Answer the Public, Alexander. It's done by a guy that does SEO for websites. It's a very cool tool to use. And you can just put in there like, travel this, travel that, usually about 2 or 3 keywords, and it will give you like a list of questions that people are Googling, and then take those questions from Google, and then go and take that question, turn it into content, turn it into a reel, turn it into a video. So for example, if somebody says, what do I need for packing on a cruise? Go and turn it into a video, turn it into a reel. Give people the answers. That's what people will stick around on social media for because it's ranking, it's showing in that list. Any other questions, guys? Hey, Greg, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Always a pleasure. All right, guys, for those of you that are interested in our Coaching Agents Through community platform, I'm going to share my screen with you guys to show exactly what it is. So it is a purpose-built platform specifically for ITAs. It is subscription-based, but trust me, you're going to want to stick around to hear what we include and especially for what we do. So you guys should all now be seeing my platform and my screen. Everybody seeing my screen? All right. So when you join, obviously, bear in mind, you're seeing it from an admin page standpoint. You're not seeing it from a guest standpoint. You're seeing it from the back end. Everything you see here on the left down is everything that we offer and provide to our ITA. So we have a welcome. There's an option for you guys to come and post and introduce yourself. We have our cat chat. Now, this is one of the core events that we do here in our network. So we have a live chat feed. All of our ITAs in our network here are posting in here, sharing. We have a post feed as well, so you can come and ask questions. You can post, you can share information. You can talk about what's going on in your community, what you need help with, and everything else. We also have a content request section. Now, we built this out specifically for people looking to build out content. So if you need a specific video, if you need specific training, you can come in here and ask for it. Myself, Alex, and our team will build this content for you. And we have all of this in here. It's a fully interactive platform built for ITAs. Every week we do live events and we post every replay. So you can come in. Last week we did LinkedIn optimization and profiles. Tuesday, we did some, I can't remember what Tuesday was off the top of my head. Open to the public lead magnets. Next week on Tuesday is our Travel Advisor Accelerator content creation for all platforms. How you can take what I was talking about a minute ago, one piece of content and turn it into a vast array of material and start pumping that content out quickly. We post these usually about a week or two in advance so you can start to see. And we have a lot of live sessions. Jenna is actually going to be coming in to do an AI session on everything AI related to ITAs in a couple of weeks. We also have, for example, our cruise section, which we're building out at the moment. So you can come in here and you can download those guides that I showed you, itineraries. You can customize them. We build you out Canva templates. We're doing that. We've got one for our land. So we're building out cities, locations, countries, destinations. These are itineraries that you can download and send to your clients. We have a marketing section. Now, this is the beauty part with our marketing section. In here, every month we post social media content because not everybody has enough content to get through the month, and they always wonder what they need and how they have it and what they can post. We are creating content for you in our platform every single month that you can download and post if you've got any gaps. Lead magnets. In here, you will see a list of full guides of lead magnets broken down that we've built out, that we've customized for ITAs. We've even done basic ones that you can take as Word documents. You can literally download all of these templates and put them straight into Canva. Email essentials. This is all email copy. All of this is stuff that you can basically put into your email, customize it, and send it out. The list goes on. We've got Instagram packs, you name it. We have a resource library for resources that you need as an ITA, and of course, we have video guides. So if somebody asks for something specific, this is very recent. For example, how to upload contacts, how to create landing pages and data capture. We build this video out if it's not going to be a training session, and we put it in here for you. The biggest and most important part of what we offer in here is one, a community for ITAs, and secondly, is helping ITAs grow. And we do that through our ongoing training every single week. We do it for all of our sessions. And we're having live calls like this where you guys can come and interact and everything else. Now, we offer all of this. A lot of communities, a lot of platforms that I see out there at the moment are charging extortionate amounts of prices. I saw one the other day, which is like $1,000. I saw one that's $2,000, $3,000. ITAs that are going into this from the very beginning, you guys always can't afford this. We get that. ITAs, especially that are starting out, doing it as a side hustle, trying to turn it into their side gig or retirement plan. All we charge for this is just $47 a month. That's it. 47 bucks a month. If you do a 1-year subscription, you get it for 470. So you get 12 months for the price of 10, and you can renew that subscription. And right now, for anybody on this webinar, if anybody is wanting to subscribe or sign up, we're giving an additional 10% up until Sunday evening for those people that want to subscribe to our platform between now and midnight Eastern on Sunday. Any questions on the platform? All right, guys. Look, one thing I am going to post for all of you. Oh, is that a question? Jace?
Yeah, we dropped that link in the chat.
Yep. There's the link. That's our link to our landing page in the community to sign up and join up. If you want to go through, have a look on there. There's a lot of FAQs in there. There's a lot of questions. We've got a number of travel agents in there at the moment that are growing, that are learning, that are building their business every single day. Laurel, I know you're one of our lovely party that's still on this call, that you're one of our members in our community, so always good to see you. And this is the thing that we're building out. So we've got that all in there. Everything is in there and built specifically to help you grow. If you want to sign up using that link, before you do, drop me a message on either LinkedIn or an email. And you can email me here. If you want to join up between now and Sunday, there is an exclusive sign up for the 10% discount that we're offering till Sunday. If you want to take that up, message me and I will send you a unique link for that sign up. If it's afterwards, then you can use the other link, which is the coaching agents through travelmn.co link to join our network. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for joining. I hope you guys have got some value from this. If there is anything that you need, please stick around. Please ask any questions. Other than that, everybody else, you are good to go, but I'll stay here for a few minutes if anybody wants to stay on and have a chat.